Hi, this week we're going to work on Ozobots and we're going to be using some measuring. However, this week is a little different than previous weeks because you're not using the markers for your Ozobot. This week you're going to be using Ozoblockly. So on the website, things are going to be a little bit different. The first thing that we need to do is calibrate our Ozobot. So down here at the bottom where you see this word flashing, you click here. And to calibrate, there's a white circle in the left-hand corner. If you don't see the circle, you can zoom out your screen until you do see it, okay? So now I have my Ozobot, and right in the corner here, there's a little button to turn him on. Okay, I just press that, and you can see he's turning on. You can see his light loading, okay? To calibrate him, I'm gonna put him right on that white circle directly on my screen. And I'm going to hold down this button for 2 seconds. So I'm going to hold it 1, 2. He's going to turn blue. And if he gets a green flash, that tells me he's calibrated. If he gets a red one, that means he is not. Okay? So you're holding it over that white circle until he's calibrated. Then to load him, I'm going to start coding, and then I'm going to hold it right over this little Ozobot on the screen, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to be measuring. I'm going to pull out a move forward block, and I want him to move forward 5 steps, okay? In order to load that, I'm going to go back down, and I'm going to take the Ozobot and put this section, the bottom of him, right on top of that Ozobot on the screen, and I'm going to click Load Evo, and I'm going to hold him there while I click Load, and it's going to start flashing, and the Ozobot is going to read that. I don't know if you just heard him talk about that, okay? But then I double press on him for him to load, okay? So on my measurement paper, right here, I have a starting line, and it says 5 steps. So I'm going to load him, put him right at the starting line, and I'm going to hit his on button twice this time, because 2 times tells him to load a code. 1, 2. Okay, so then I'm going to mark where he ended up, and then I'll be able to measure how far he went with 5 steps. Then I'm going to repeat the same process with 10 steps. So this time I will change it to 10. And once again on my screen, I will hold him over as I hit the load button. Then I'm going to measure how far he went with 10 steps. Then the final one will be 15. Now notice that it only goes up to 10. So how can I do 15? I can pull out a second set of movement blocks and change it by doing 10 and 5. 10 plus 5 is 15. So I can have him go 15 steps and measure it. And every time I'm going to be marking where he went on my paper from my starting line to where he ends. Okay, so I'll do 10 steps and 15 steps. Then on the paper, in this 3rd spot, I want you to write a number of steps. And I want you to guess first how far you think he's going to go, and then how far your Ozobot actually ends up when you code it, all right? And then your final challenge is to try to see if you can code your Ozobot to get all the way up and inside here without going outside the lines, okay? So try it out, see how you do.